Hello, this is an introduction to cattle ranching. We shall be touching on the basic points on the screen. The journey begins with land acquisition and planning. You get the land, which has to be either in a bush area or in a forest area because cattle requires a lot of land. 2 heads per hectare in the south, 1 head per hectare in the north. So you need more land in the north than in the south for the same number of cattle. Once the land is acquired, make sure it's surveyed and documented so that you will have security of tenure. The next thing is to have a site plan. The site plan gives a systematic look to the layout of the ranch, and it allows you to put all the necessary structures in the right places. Now, when the land is acquired, it's likely to be in a forest or bush area, as I said, and you will need to have it cleared. The clearing can be by hand or it can be by caterpillar. Next, in line with the site plan, paddocking is done using all metal fencing which can withstand bushfires, because in Nigeria, in most places, outbreaks of bushfires occur, especially in the dry season. A wooden fence will be destroyed, but an all metal fence will just be adequate. The poles are fixed in the ground with concrete for stability. Once the poles are fixed and the barbed wire is up, that completes the fencing. Next, one has to think of the foundation stock. The foundation stock is a group of animals that start off the farm. They have to be carefully chosen if you want high quality offspring from them. Once the foundation stock get to the farm, they have to be deticked and dewormed so that they can start their life on the ranch on a clean slate. The paddocking may not be complete by the time you acquire the foundation stock. Therefore, you can use a temporary structure, a wooden enclosure called a kraal, to keep the foundation stock. It's quite adequate and secure and keeps the animals overnight. In the morning, the animals are taken out to graze. Water is highly essential in a cattle ranch because cattle drink a lot of water. The source of the water may be from a stream or a river, a well, or a borehole. In the picture shown, we see water being pumped from a nearby stream into an artificial pond. And we can see the animals making use of the artificial pond for their water source. Next, you have to think of pasture establishment, because the pasture forms the bulk of the feed that the animals will consume, and the quality of the pasture has a bearing on the productivity of the herd. So it starts with land preparation within paddock. Here we see a pasture species, Brachyceros, in the immediate post-emergent period. It's just emerging from the ground. And then this is after a few weeks of growth. And by the time the Brachyceros is fully grown, you have a lot of biomass. The gentleman in the middle of the paddock is just to give an idea of how tall the Brachyceros grasses can grow. A lot of biomass for the animals to consume. What we see next here is pasture seeds. In particular, this is seeds of Styloxanthus. Now, stylo is a leguminous forage, and the seeds have to be scarified so as to have good germination. We use hot water scarification. This is a stylo pasture at full growth. It can grow as tall or taller than 1 meter. This is another grass species suitable for pastures. It's known as chloris. I think this is Chloris guyana. It does well, especially in southern Nigeria, but you have to know that it's also well relished by cane rats, which may invade your pasture. Pasture maintenance is an essential component of ranching. In order to maintain high productivity of the pasture, it has to be weeded occasionally as necessary and fertilizer applied. In such a way, the pasture is going to maintain its productivity for a long period. An essential facility that every ranch must aspire to have is the central handling yard. It's very important because it facilitates the handling of the cattle, whether for live weight recording or separating into different groups, or for treating the cattle. Here we see the central handling yard being used during the worming. We see the young lady deworming the calf. Provided you have done all you should, good paddocking, good pasture maintenance, good water supply, you can expect to produce prime beef of the type shown. This is a full-grown Muturu bull, and you can see it's very meaty. We see other examples here on the right, a 2.5-year-old Muturu bull, and on the left, a 1.5-year-old Muturu heifer. This can be sold as breeding animals. We see more examples of fine cattle on a well-managed ranch. In terms of reproduction, a good result will be getting 1 calf per cow per year. 1 calf per cow per year. Finally, on the right, we see Muturu cattle grazing Brachyceros pastures, and on the left, we see the same type of cattle on feedlots. It's good to have a feedlot facility on the farm, especially for the dry season feeding. During this period, the grass will have dried up and the animals cannot be sustained on grass, and they have to be supplemented as shown. All that remains now is for you to start and I wish you profitable cattle ranching. Thank you very much. For more information, you can contact the address shown. Thank you.